or not, towel, anything will work, right? I'm just going to come to a seated position. So finding that seated position helps us to open the airways. We start to lengthen the spine. We start to find the pathway for the breath and the prana, which is breath sort of amped up. It's breath with energy. The qi, as the ancient Chinese medicine refers to the breath as qi, but it's really energy that they're referring to, the breath of energy. All right, so this is where we start to bring that Kundalini effect. We're looking at the breath starting at the root of the tailbone, at the base of the perineum, and then when we breathe all the way up through the diaphragm, through the lungs, through the throat, through the heart, through the throat, and all the way to the crown of the head. So it's very much an intentional kind of breath. We want the spine to be nice and long for that. We're just going to start to settle in as you start to get comfortable in your seated pose, whether you're cross-legged, legs extended, you could be seated in a chair. Start to stack your shoulders over your hips. So you're going to find sort of that sweet spot. If you sort of lean forward, you might notice that you're sort of leaning forward. You might want to lean back, and you notice you're sort of leaning back, right? You want to come right in between those 2 points. So sometimes I instruct just moving slightly forward, slightly back. So you have this sense of being completely centered. Same with left and right. You might even want to just shift left and right. And then closing the eyes, becoming aware of the body. Part of our path, part of our journey in yoga is about becoming sensationalized, becoming more aware of the physical body. Often we get caught up in our thoughts, in our mind, and our emotions. And we know what we've been talking about these last couple of weeks is that the mind has a completely different agenda than the sensations of the body. We can't rely on our thoughts, our emotions. They deceive us. They're based on patterns. They could be influenced by external input, but the body keeps the real score. The body keeps the score. So when we find that path, we find that awareness into the physical body. Let's take a moment here and just close the eyes and feel where any tension is in the body, any sensations at all, any pressure. Notice the vibration of your own body. Just feeling your knees. You don't know where to look for this, look in the major joint areas, the heels, the knees, the hips. Notice your jaw, back of your head, crown of your head. When we practice this, the sooner we arrive in that, oh, there it is, okay. I'm feeling now, feeling the body. You could sit here for the whole class and do nothing but become aware of the sensations, do nothing but breathe, and that would be a fantastic yoga class. But tonight we're going to do a little bit of movement. So let's go ahead and just start to lengthen the breath as we keep in touch with the sensations of the body. And notice your thoughts, notice your emotions. It's okay to notice that. But notice it as an observer, right? So you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're just observing your thoughts and emotions. Oh, okay, that's me thinking again. Oh, that's that emotion again, right? So with curiosity, acknowledging it and noticing it's just a thought, it's just a feeling, it's what the mind does. Keep coming back to the sensations in your body. On the next breath, start to reach the arms down by your side. Inhale, let the breath float the arms up to the sky, to the ceiling. So the fingertips point all the way up, and then draw the palms away and exhale the palms down. Good. Inhale again, breath in. Crown is lifting. Nice work. Exhale, lower the arms down. So this is your gentle yin restorative class. Bring the hands to the heart center. We'll be together for an hour for tonight's practice. And after class, around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll move into, we'll close the class. And if you need to leave at that point, you're certainly able to do that. But if you'd like to stick around for a 15 or 20-minute meditation, you can as well. All right? So drawing the thumbs to the sternum, setting an intention here for your practice, regardless of how long you'll be here tonight. Noticing why you're here. Ask yourself the question, why am I here? What am I looking for? For connection, for peace, for serenity. Restate that as if you've already found it, because you have. We already have what we're looking for. So we would make a statement, I am at peace. I am connected. I am not alone, whatever your statement is. And allow that to resonate into your being as you affirm yourself. Carry that message with you for the rest of the class. Have a wonderful class, everyone. Good job. Release the hands to the lap. Lower the chin to the chest. Soften the shoulders down, the back of the neck release. Breathing in. And exhaling. Let's keep softening the shoulders. One more breath here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Great. You can take your fingertips and lift the chin up, or go ahead and just bring it up to slightly gaze. We're going to reach for one of our bolsters. If you don't have a bolster, use a block, a couple of pillows. We're on a pretty high situation here. If you're near a sofa, you can sort of inch over to your sofa and just sort of use the sofa to prop your head on. I'll show you what we're doing here from a side angle. We're going to come into butterfly pose. So first of all, front angles, bottom of the feet together, knees open wide. If you haven't been feeling very flexible lately, that's okay. The knees might stay pretty high. We're going to go ahead and prop the knees up with a couple of blocks, and as the body starts to open up, we can lower the props, and we can completely set them off to the side. So find what works for you tonight. And then the bolster, or your side of your sofa or chair, is right in front of you. You're going to stack your hands on whatever area that feels comfortable. We're going to take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, a nice tall spine, and on the exhale, come to fold forward so that the head lays on the back of the hands. You're feeling supported here. Soften the shoulders and the elbows down. So you're looking for some sensation. Feels like a deep stretch. It's not terribly uncomfortable, but it might be pretty sensational. You might have a lot of sensation. Make any little adjustments that you need to make. And then we're going to practice stillness. We're going to come back into a place where we're not moving as much as possible. Certainly if you're feeling great discomfort or especially any kind of pain, you want to make your adjustments out of that. We're not looking for that experience. We just want to feel the body and allow our mind to focus on what we're feeling. It's almost like we use the body as a tool to come out of our thoughts, right? So find your expression, whatever that is for you tonight. Once you find stillness here, notice where your mind goes, notice the thoughts. And then draw your attention. And if you're resisting, if you're suggesting that not a good night for yin yoga or whatever, use your thoughts now and control your thoughts and bring your thoughts to a different thought as you start to notice the body. Notice your knees, hips, lower back. Notice if you're holding on, you're gripping or tending to tension. As you notice, use your breath to release. So lengthening the inhale, releasing the exhale. Let the body go with each breath. moving deeper into stillness. Just a few more moments here. Keep breathing, focusing on your breath. Practicing. We're just practicing being still. It's just a couple of minutes. Notice if your feet are tense. Start to relax the jaw. Please. Stay with the body. Stay with the breath. If you find your mind wandering, come back to that statement that you just made at the beginning of class. Just repeat that over and over in your mind. Keep letting go of the tension as it arises. It keeps moving around, so notice where it goes. Just a few more breaths here. Deep breath in. Beginning to create that balance. Balance between acceptance and just being here. All right, one more deep breath. And on the exhale, bring the hands down. Press down to lift up. And we're going to extend the legs. So I just have to let someone in. I'm waiting. We're going to extend the legs straight out in front and keep that bolster or blanket handy. And come back to fold forward with the legs extended. Then stretch out your legs if that feels good. Take that bolster right over your lap. You can prop it up again on that angle like we had a moment ago. If finding your lower back and back of your legs really stiff, you can scoot a little pillow or blanket just underneath the back end of your bum. That lifts up the pelvic bowl, as you know, tilts us forward, length helps us to lengthen the spine. It really provides a lot of relief to the back of the legs, the glutes, and the whole back body. We're going to take a deep breath, lengthen again through the whole torso from the tailbone to the heart, and on the exhale, folding forward. Take whatever props, whatever is necessary here to make yourself comfortable. If the back of the knees are really uncomfortable, you can take a little rolled up blanket, a little tiny pillow, maybe just inserting it just underneath the knees, like that. That's kind of supportive, so it feels pretty good. We'll leave that there for just a few minutes, and then come back into your fold. So finding your peaceful, restful stillness here. We often instruct having the forehead, the energy center of the forehead is sometimes referred to as the third eye, sort of connected to something, either the pillow itself, the back of your hand, your fists, if your fists are stacked, the block or the floor if we're face down on the floor, generating energy into the energy centers of the body. Sort of activating or just bringing awareness through touch. Notice what that feels like. Forehead. What kind of sensitivities do you have? Lengthening the breath, so softening the inhale and the exhale. There's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go. Just be here now. Plenty of time for everything. Soften the back, soften the glutes, the buttocks, the shoulders, jaw. Relax the face. Softening. Anytime that tension arises, anytime the tendency comes up to want to move, adjust, or completely leave the pose, use the intention to soothe yourself, acknowledging that everything is okay. Everything is exactly the way it's meant to be. You're okay. I'm going to remain here for a few more breaths. Continue releasing the tension. Just with the observation, with curiosity, just notice all that sensation that's already in your body. It's always there. Often we're not aware of it. So we do a practice like yin yoga. So imagine with all that stress and all that tension in your body, what that's doing to your nervous system. Without our awareness, we're in a constant state of arousal. The nervous system, sympathetic nervous system, is on high alert. And so this practice is about pacifying the nervous system, about allowing those intense sensations to come up, see them, and then let them go. Start moving into the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of the nervous system that allows for rest and restoration. Just a deep breath here. And exhale. Bring the hands down. Press the floor away. So we're using our hands to come out of the pose. Don't want to trigger the muscles. We use our muscles all the time. So it's a great way to counter that. Allow yourself not to use your muscles. Moving very slowly, like you're moving through molasses. We're going to take the props off to the side. Cross the ankles here. Roll over the shins and just shimmy yourself all the way down to your tummy. Just come to lay flat down, allowing that deep fold to now integrate in the body in this transition pose. We're going from a deep fold to a complete flat position. Bring the big toes together. Hands are stacked, forehead on top of the hands. Elbows are out wide. And notice the transition here. Notice the feelings in the body. As you move from one extreme to the other. Just honing in, tuning in to the messages of the body. Without judging, without trying to change anything. Notice what you notice. And watch it change. Deep breath. This is a transition pose. We'll stay here for one more breath. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, raising the forehead off the hands, draw the elbows back underneath the shoulders and just prop yourself up. Elbows under the shoulders and just a little bit wider than the shoulders. So sometimes we crisscross the hands in front of, from elbow to elbow, and the fingertips should come right about where the elbows are. And then extend the arms out to the side, fingers spread wide. Forearms on the mat. We're going to press down to lift the torso away from the floor so the belly button lifts, right? The heart is lifting. And we start to soften the pelvic, the two pelvic points at the front of the body, start to soften the belly button down and lift the rib cage away from the floor. So it's a pretty deep back bend. And we're lifting the gaze across the floor to the wall or the corner of the wall in front of us. Keep pressing down, lifting the neck away from the shoulders. Maybe closing the eyes here. Keep pressing down. There's a little bit of sensation here as you're pressing the floor away. Softening through the core. Relaxing into this back bend. Breathing in. On the exhale, extend your chin. Wrap around that imaginary grapefruit at the base of your throat. Wrap your chin all the way to your chest. Keep softening the shoulders, pressing the elbows down, lifting up. One more breath here. And then inhale, release the chin from the chest, long neck, and take a turn to the right. So just twisting your head to the right, chin over the right shoulder. Come back to center and chin to the left. Just big rotations of the neck. Okay. Come back to center, neck is nice and long. Take a deep breath. And open the mouth wide. Right, close the mouth. Nice work. Pressing the hands into the mat. Press the elbows away from the floor. It's coming into the seal pose. So it's pressing down, lengthening through the whole arms. Deep breath in. Stretch here. Press the floor away. Lift the heart. Big toes are still touching. Legs are long behind you. On the exhale, we're going to lower the elbows right down. Slide the hands back underneath the shoulders or just on the mat behind underneath the shoulders. I'm going to press down. Lift up the hips and then slide on back to child's pose. Bring the hips all the way to the heels. If that's possible. Otherwise, insert a block or a pillow underneath the sit bone and come down to squat on the heels. You can keep your toes straight back. You can widen your knees to the edges of the mat if that's your expression, so we can have a wide knee or narrow knee child's pose. And then for yin, we're just going to lower the shoulders and the forehead right back down to the mat. We're up on a block. And take the forehead to a block or to a pillow or a bolster. And then wrap the arms behind you. So take your hands and reach back for your heels or your ankles or whatever you can touch. And we're just going to kind of let the hands go. Let the shoulders go. Keep sending the hips back to heels. Softening through the whole body. Just releasing, letting go. You prop your forehead. Take any variation that makes you more comfortable. And keep softening the hips back to the heels. Lengthen the breath. Deep inhale. Repeating your mantra, your statement that you made at the beginning of class in your mind. Softening here.
Lengthen the breath. Keep releasing. Anything's in the way of that release, move the limbs further away as your body continues to soften deeper into the pose. Just a few more breaths here. Good job. 2 more breaths. Deep inhale. Let it go. 1 more breath. Deep inhale. Let it go. Coming out of this pose, very sleepy-like. Lifting the head up. And move into a restorative pose. So slide a pillow or a bolster down by your side. We're going to come to lay down on one side. So I'm going to lay down on my left side, but I'm mirroring you. So if you're going the same direction, you'd be on your right side. Whatever makes you comfortable. And we're just going to use this pillow to prop up the upper leg. And then the lower leg is just alongside that pillow. It could be a stack of blankets or whatever you have. And we're just laying on the right side with this leg supported. Starting to feel the compression, the weight of our body along that side of the body, the side of the body that's down. And just start to notice as you close your eyes, the difference in your two sides. So notice the weight on one side, right? And notice the lack of weight on the other. And we're supporting that upper leg. So you can even bring your attention to the support of your leg and send, good intentions to your leg. Thank your leg for all that it does for you. And just focus on that one limb. Make your shoulder and your neck and your head comfortable with your arm. You can use a pillow or blanket. Good. I'm just going to rest here. So we're moving into the restorative portion of the class. There's very little sensation in these poses. We're looking for deep relaxation, deep rest. It's like almost going into yoga nidra, a yogic sleep. Continues to allow the sympathetic nervous system to relax, self-soothing, self-care. Taking this time, this precious time, just for yourself. Moving away from the concept of striving, feeling the pressure of needing to be or having to get somewhere. Moving from striving to thriving. How does that feel? Just being here. No stress, no pressure. Thriving in your goodness, the perfection that you are. Exactly in this moment. Just breathing in. Out. We'll just transition here, just a slight transition. Going from the laying on the left on the side, whatever side you're on, to laying face down. We're going to keep that leg on top of the bolster. Just scoot the the lower body out from underneath you and come to lay face down, or with your head sideways, or make yourself more comfortable. But just moving off the side, more to a face down or front body down. Recalibrating the mind, recalibrating the nervous system, knowing that all health, all conditions start in the mind. Calibrating the mind to a place of peace, invoking health, wholeness and health, completeness. Perfection of being just the way you are. Nothing to do, nothing to achieve. And then when you're ready, very slowly move to the other side. So you can just roll over your bolster and move your bolster to the other side. I'm going to sit up and turn around. We'll start by coming to the side. With the other leg on top of the bolster. Let's come into that softness of being. Complete acceptance with who you are right now. Fully loved, fully worthy. Complete in yourself. The truth is within you. Often we get caught up in seeking on the outside, and certainly we can be enlightened with information. We've talked about this before. When we hear the truth, we know the truth. And the reason why is because we already have the truth. Truth is already inside. It's the way of the Tao, the sacred path that resides in each and every one of us. Offering yourself this precious time, this sacred time, to connect with that, even for a moment. Nurturing that awareness of your true essence. Nothing to prove. Mm. So if it's time to take that transition, turn to face down.
Mm.
So, preparing for transition. I'm going to create either a half wall, where you can take your legs up a full wall, or a chair or a sofa. But if we're stacking, it would look something like this. Take whatever props you have and just continue to mount. If you have enough to bring at least your knees to the height of your knees. I could actually go a little bit higher for me. And then your feet would be maybe above your knees, or at least at knee height. We come to lay on our backs and just prop up our legs. So find any elevation you can here. So the feet and the knees are off the floor. Probably well supported so the legs can just dangle over. But if you feel like going into butterfly legs, certainly that might work as well. We just want a real nice relaxation in the hips, so keeping them pretty neutral might be the might be the expression. And again, do what you need to do, and then come to lie down. Sometimes, if we have blankets, sometimes I'll even instruct a blanket underneath the back for a little more padding. I have a couple mats here, so I feel pretty padded. And and then take your arms out overhead or out to the side. Just take a variation, maybe not on top of your body, but maybe off to the side. I guess if you wanted to, you could put like a block on your belly, and then you get that sensation of the breath moving in and out. Let the arms be free. Right? So just moving the limbs away from each other and from the torso. Soften the jaw, soften the face. Lengthening the breath. Yeah. With the legs inverted, there's such a drop in energy, right? That parasympathetic nervous system just thrives in these kinds of inversions. And I'm pretty good right here. I don't know about you. Keep letting go. You can stay here for the last few minutes. If you want to bring the props down to come into more of the babbling brook, just roll the two bolsters side by side. Now the legs are a little bit lower and still supported. You can remove one altogether if you just want the knees supported. And then the other bolster can either go behind the neck, that feels good, under the middle back, or along the spine. Roll up a blanket and create a little lift, maybe a smaller lift than this one. Just creating whatever sensation, whatever experience that you want with whatever props you have. Make up your own little setup. And then come back to relax, restore. Last few moments here without any concerns about time or space. Allowing yourself to be here completely.
Staying where you're at or moving into an expression of Shavasana. Last moment here of read to you from Barb Klein. Barb Klein in 111 invitations. Touch the world. Listen to the wisdom from within, the calling of your heart, the song of your spirit. You know why you are here, who you are, and what you are meant to do. You know you matter. You have a special way of touching the lives of those around you, of touching the world. Let yourself out. Let yourself express the beauty only you bring to the world. Make a difference. Soar with joy. This is your dance. The world is your stage. People are waiting. Wait no more. The time is now. Listen to the wisdom from within, the calling of your heart, the song of your spirit. Lengthening your breath now with a deep inhale and exhale. Noticing yourself right here, right now, in this time and place. Bringing your awareness back to your surroundings. And sensing your body. You bring small movements to the fingers and the toes, the wrists and ankles. Perhaps rolling to one side as you continue to gradually bring yourself to awakened state. And pausing here or wherever you are for just one more moment, alone in the privacy of your own thoughts, acknowledging many gifts that you've received as a result of this practice, as a result of taking this time to be here for yourself. And when you're ready, gently bringing yourself to a seated pose. We'll close this part of our practice by chanting Om. If you're staying here, you want to stay reclined, by all means, I should have mentioned that, you can stay reclined as we move into meditation. You can come to seated, completely your choice. Go ahead and take a cleansing breath. Prepare for Om. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart. After this next breath, we'll Om one time. The belly's soft, the voice is strong. Deep inhale. As of one, honestly, waiting for meditation, simply arrive into the sensations of your body, taking your internal wisdom through the vision in your mind, the vision of the third eye, in the mind's eye of the wisdom within. And even drawing your attention, your vision, your internal vision inward and up into that energy center of the third eye, just behind the eyebrows, the um, top of the forehead. Notice the elevation and awareness, the interest in what is arriving here. Looking for that small sensation, maybe a visual of light, maybe color, where vocabulary does not exist. The essence of your being becomes one with the sensation of being. There are no words. The vibration of your life form is audible to the inner ear. The lightness of being, as if the physical form has no relevance except for the experience that it brings. When everything around you turns into a perception, and your awareness is heightened into the energy form, the realm of energy that surrounds you, that provides you with a realization. Your own creation. Tapping into the slightest tendency of faith. That if you really believed enough, you removed all doubt, what the possibilities could be. What if? What if you believe without a shadow of a doubt? The smallest form. In some traditions, it's known as the faith of a mustard seed. That was truly your experience in the smallest glimpse. What might you experience? Trusting, the freedom to trust, the freedom to be complete. Without hesitation. just for a moment. Every ounce of your being. A state of complete surrender, complete trust. Peace. Peace with all things. Choose to believe your thoughts. Be swept up in the story once again, or can choose to transcend, to go beyond, that space of thought or emotion, leaving that behind, just for a glimpse of the other side. What does that feel like? Inhale here. And exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. After this next breath, we'll Om one time. So deep breath here. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
I did post that class to YouTube. So you have that to refer to. Maybe I'll post this one too. And then we don't have class until Wednesday. So you have a couple classes to choose from while I'm camping. All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
Enjoy your getaway.
Yeah. Just a few days away. So love you so much. I'll see you when I get back. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila. Have a good time.
Okay. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Mhm.